Greetings and welcome to Big Bacon's Collection. I'm your host, Big Bacon. Today we're going to be looking at the original release, Alpha Commandos, Snake Eyes, and Timber. And why? Because it's Classified Monday. That's right, every Monday you'll be getting another classified figure being reviewed. Until I run out of them, and then it'll just be, Monday. So, I got this for Christmas this past year from my daughter. I love her to death. She wanted Daddy to have it, I think mostly because she likes the doggy. And who could blame her? That is a good-looking animal. Now, okay. I was going to grab the alternate head for the dog real quick, but apparently it's buried in a bag that I do not have within arm's reach. So let's start with some accessories, shall we? First and foremost being the knife. Now the knife has a black grip, very nice looking grip, and a painted blade in this metallic kind of gray color. If you look closely, you can see they've actually sculpted an edge on this back end, serration on the front, and an edge all along the front. He's got an actual sidearm. Unlike the original Snake Eyes release, this one appears to be an actual firearm. Got an extended magazine, slide. I don't see... Okay. Does have an extended barrel up here on the front, and I'll show you the reason why here in a minute. All in all, I like the look of this weapon. It looks like an actual firearm. And then you get this, like you did with the original release. A nice suppressor. Not a silencer, a suppressor. Why? Because there's no such thing as a silencer. You can muffle the noise, you cannot make it go away. And it just pegs very nicely to the front of the handgun. And that's a beautiful looking thing. Okay, he came with a couple of other rifles, but they've been distributed amongst other figures. This is the one he's going to be holding on the shelf. It's his signature Uzi. Detail on this is amazing. It looks authentic, like it's real. Now let's move on to the figures themselves. Timber has an amazing face sculpt. The paint is earth-shattering. Those eyes with their reflective gold look like real eyes. The sculpted fur is all kind of crazy and not matte and uniform, which is appropriate. They gave him some scarring over the eye and on the muzzle. The sculpt for the fur continues throughout the entire... Sorry about that. The fur is sculpted crazy and ununiform all over it, which, you know, it's wild. It's an animal. That's how it's supposed to look. The painting, you've got this gray that comes down to a lighter gray with splotches of brown in there, down to the white feet. Same thing with the muzzle. All in all, it's sculpted beautifully. And articulation-wise, I mean, the head is on a hinge with a ball joint in it. The neck is on a hinge. So you can get some really great howl at the moon poses. You can get down low and defensive. The other head is a much more hostile, teeth bared, ears more back kind of look. The legs articulate forward and back, and with a little bit of out, in and out. Knees come forward and back. Paws come back. Actually, they come forward and back. And that's not even the paw. The paw itself has its own hinge down here. And a forward pin for rocker. And it's the same on both sides. Pads on the bottom of the feet. There's a mid-torso cut that allows for kind of wrap around the body type posing, like standing at his side, wrapped around his leg. No, yeah, even some front and back. If I worked hard enough, I could probably get him sitting. The tail is articulated. The hind legs are articulated just the same as the front, but these legs bend one way at the knee. It's just, there's a lot of articulation on this thing. And now curiosity is going to get the best of me. Okay, I don't think I can get him in a traditional legs up seated position. But I could get him into a goofy dog sitting position. Turn the tail a little bit. There you go. I mean, it's amazing. Now let's move on to the snake eyes. It's got the Commando style face instead of the ninja visor. Got more of a matte black for the hood and for the mouthpiece, which has sculpted in vents, and it's just beautiful, man. It's beautiful. The goggles are done in a much glossier look, giving it that separation, that distinction. I believe this is a Firefly body. The neck looks similar. Might just be Beachhead, but I think they actually share a body. Definitely has lining all the way up and down it. Most of it's in that dull. You do get spotches of gloss. In this case, I think that's supposed to simulate like a leather chest piece. Got this load-bearing vest that looks like something you would actually see in the military. Magazine pouches. Got one grenade with a Tampo G.I. Joe emblem and a 00, which is a callback to his original release as the Pulse exclusive 00 edition. Once again, a reuse of the Duke hands, painted in black this time. And I think these might actually be Duke's legs as well. Boots are all new. Shin guards are all new. Got some nice scuffing to them, some cuts, some dings. Boots look original, but I might be wrong on that. Knee pads are definitely Duke's. All in all, this is just an amazing looking figure. So let's do some quick articulation. Bottom of the neck has a dumbbell. Head has a dumbbell on a hinge, so looking up, you get a little bit of up. Looking down, you get some good down. Turns easy enough. Tilts, not great, but better than nothing. Arm hinges up, not quite to 90. Butterfly joint, although this one is really stiff. Arm rotates all the way around. Bicep cut for rotation. Double jointed elbow comes up well beyond 90. Hands rotate. And because it's a Duke hand, it's up and down on the left trigger hand. And horizontal on the right hand. Damn it, Hasbro, start using different hands. There is a torso crunch, but it's obscured by the vest. You're really not able to use it. Ball at the waist allows for some rotation, a little bit of tilt, and a little bit of front back. Drop down hip allows the leg to come all the way forward, come all the way out, and even has a little bit of back. Pop that back up. Thigh cut for rotation. Double jointed knee. Comes up really well. Boot cut for rotation. Foot hinges back that far. Comes forward only that far. It runs into the shin guard. Forward facing pin for rocker. All in all, beautiful figure. Now, what do you say we get him geared up and ready for the shelf? Knife goes beautifully inside the sheath on his leg. Nice and tight, not falling out anytime soon. Pistol goes into a holster. Suppressor has its own front strap in front of the holster. I'm going to give him an Uzi, which we are going to fight. Actually, that was a lot easier than it looked. And because he's a commando and not a ninja, I have the number 02 Snake Eyes black backpack. Why a ninja would have a backpack this large, I have no clue. But on a commando, it makes a hell of a lot more sense. So we're going to tack that on there. And I think I'm going to have Timber either beside him or next to him on the shelf. Let's find out as we get him into place. Well, there's definitely no room in front of him. Well, that's unfortunate. Put him sideways there next to the other sideways figure. And then we'll sit Timber next to him for now. I might readjust him to a standing position and get him a little bit closer. But for now, that's where he is. So that's how that shelf is coming along. Once again, thanks for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe, like, share, comment, hit that notification bell. You have no idea how much any of that means to me. And I will make sure to see you all next time.